for the 18th season of LEGO Survivor. We are traveling back into the South American territory, this time in the country of Guyana, where yet again another epic competition begins. 16 strangers from all different walks of life battle it out for the title of Sole Survivor and the $1 million prize that comes with it. They must work together to create a new society while battling the challenges of the island and each other. They must learn to adapt or they'll be voted from the tribe. But this season has another twist. The return of Exile Island. But unlike the seasons before it, this island will grant the player a note, but it will also be the only place to find the hidden immunity idol. Which one of the 16 Americans will be able to outwit, outplay, and outlast all the others? And who will be able to overcome this new twist? We shall find out as LEGO Survivor Season 18, Guyana starts now. 39 days, 16 people, 1 survivor. I'm here to kick butt and win the $1 million, and that's all I came out here for. And if I have to hurt people along the way, then I'm gonna do that. My wife told me about LEGO Survivor and that I should go out on the island and try and win it, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm here to win it for my wife, and most importantly, my wife. This is a brutal game, and if I have to play brutally along the way, then, well, I'm just gonna have to, because this is a game for $1 million after all. Welcome to the 18th season of LEGO Survivor. Woo! Yeah! Let's go! Let's do this! Woo! Well then, it seems all of you are ready to play the game. So, let's start off with dividing you guys in your tribes. Let's start off with the twist. You'll be divided not into 2, not into 3, but 4 tribes. They will be based upon your age and gender. Younger men, younger women, and older women. So, let's divide you guys. It seems like it is a battle between not just, men and women, but also age groups. So, it looks like I'm going to be surrounded by a bunch of younger women, which I don't know necessarily how to feel about that. Alright, we've divided you guys into your tribes. Everyone over here, you'll be known as Ituni. Everyone over here, you'll be known as Bartika. Everyone over here will be known as Asana. And last but not least, you women will be known as Parika. So, now that you know your tribes, you can now head to your camps, and I'll see you on day 3 for the challenge. Well, we're here, so let's get some quick introductions out of the way and we'll get started. Alright, I'll start first. I'm George, I'm 48, and I'm a doctor. Alright, my name is Gerald, I'm 51, and I'm a foreman. I'm John, I'm 56, and I'm a rancher. Interesting. My name's Carl, I'm 45, and I'm a farmer. Alright, let's get started with the shelter. So, I kind of had to lie to my team right off the bat, which is something I don't want to do, but in this case I have to, because I can't tell them my actual job. I'm not a rancher, I'm a judge. And judges, sniff out lying, and that's kind of something, kind of essential in Survivor is people lying, people deceiving others, and I feel like I can be, the catalyst for that. Alright, excellent work, Carl. Alright, work your way back, gentlemen. We almost have this done. So, we're building the shelter, and I took reins of, orchestrating the building, because I feel like that's in my nature as a foreman. And I decided that we don't need the biggest shelter, because we're not fitting 8 people, we're only fitting 4. And, on top of that, I don't think Survivor is gonna have us, be a tribe of 4 for that long, so I feel like this is just only gonna be a temporary shelter, and I'd rather conserve energy for the challenge. Alright, this side's secure. How's that side? It's good. Alright, fantastic work, guys. Shelter's done. We got the shelter built, and that's fantastic. And, I'm just hoping we win the challenge, because if we lose, then, well, someone's gonna have to go home in our tribe, and I have no clue who I would want to see go, because I honestly like all 3 of them. I can tell you one thing, man, this is gonna be a hard game. Yeah, definitely is. I like your work ethic. Thanks. So, what do you say? Alliance? I'm down with that. Yeah. I mean, I don't have a preference between John or George. But I think we'd have to decide on one of them to go. Really? Yeah, I feel like we contributed to the shelter more than they did, and I feel like, as such, if we do lose, which I hope doesn't happen, it's gotta be one of those 2. So, how's it going, John? Going pretty well. I mean, we got the shelter built. I mean, I think we might have a pretty strong tribe. Yeah, I do too. I'm kind of worried if we do lose. Yeah, that would definitely be scary, but I don't think that will happen. I feel like we might have the edge over the older women at least, so I'm pretty sure we'll be okay. The younger men and women might be a problem, but as long as, it only lasts for like the first round or 2, I'm pretty sure we'll be okay. Yeah. I do like John. He definitely seems like a very laid-back individual. I'm not saying I don't like Carl or Gerald, but, I certainly, am preferring John over those 2. Simply because he just seems very chill and laid back, which is certainly not how I intend to play. I intend to play with, domination and whatnot. So I have to have people who are relatively passive, and in my opinion, John seems like the most passive of this group. It's a pretty rough dog-eat-dog game, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's tough, because, with 4 people on one tribe, if you lose, then, well, there's not really a lot of places to hide. I'm observing George's behavior just to make sure he's not deceiving me, and I can't help but think he is. And that's because he didn't look me in the eye one time when he was talking. So that gets me thinking that he's lying. And I know, there's this myth about, body language and all this and that, but in reality, you gotta pay attention more to other things, such as eye contact, how people, use their speech, whether if they repeat things, then that's kind of a sense that they are kind of lying, and you just gotta pay attention to an individual, and that's what I'm doing with George. And I can't help but think he is trying to deceive me. Also, why are we just walking around the jungle aimlessly? Like, are you trying to, look for an idol? I mean, it'd be good to establish power off the bat and get that idol in our hands. I mean, yeah, true. What is it? Those 2 have been gone for a while. Who, George and John? Yeah, I can't help but think they're looking for the idol. Yeah, we gotta keep a closer eye on those two, if that's the case. Survivor is full of idols and, sneaky people, and I can't help but think but John and George are those kinds of people. And that only just solidifies, why I'm, sparing Carl and wanting to take one of those two out. Alright, girls, let's do some introductions, and when we are finished, we need to quickly move on the shelter. Okay then, I'll start. I'm Fran, and I'm a fashionista. I'm Courtney, and I'm unemployed right now. You have a degree of any kind? Yeah, I have like a bachelor's degree in law school, so I'm probably gonna go through something that has to do with law enforcement. I'm not 100% sure yet, though. Okay then, I'm Sophie, and I'm currently a student in college. And, I'm Jasmine, and I'm a nurse. Alright, let's move. I'm a huge fan of Survivor, and, as a viewer from the couch, this is, a surreal, once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I'm obviously not going to waste it. So I decided that we need to quickly do introductions, and after that, we just move on the shelter, because, we need to get a leg up on the other teams, and if we're establishing, a strong, unified tribe, we'll have a stronger chance at beating the others. Dang, I dropped it. Alright, how are you two coming along? This is heavy. Ow. Come on. There's an issue, and that's the fact that I'm stuck on a team with people who seem rather weak, and that's not gonna look good for me, because we need to beat the other teams. We need to win, and this does not look like a winning tribe. Alright, I have an idea. Just lay it down, and I'll assist you, and I'll then assist you. Alright, keep it there. Alright then. Alright, I can help you with that. Okay, there we go. Jasmine, did you just put up the shelter? Yeah? Did I say to? No. Let me get this straight. You're a nurse? Yeah. Well, nurses need, degrees in med school, and thus they need to be incredibly smart. This does not look smart to me. That looks like a way to get a shelter collapsed on you. Well, you didn't say to not put it up. I shouldn't have to, because it's literally not something that needs to be told. It's basic human common sense. So, I'm not liking either Jasmine or Courtney, because they're both rather annoying. I mean, Jasmine's a doofus who can't even follow directions. I mean, look at the goddamn shelter. It's a catastrophe. And it's gonna easily fall on us. And the fact that she didn't even take any time or thought to think that over is just inexcusable. But on top of that, Courtney handled that whole situation inappropriately and not very maturely, because yes, I would have been annoyed with Jasmine's, stupidity, but I'm not gonna just say that in front of her face, alright? That's not me. That's not me. That's not how I want to play, because that's an easy way to get a target on your back. Alright, there. Well, what good was that? Well, we had to flip it over to get this piece in. Well, okay, now what? What do you mean, now what? Just stick it in. That's what she said. Ugh, stop it! Alright, on 3 we lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. And there. It's in place. Great, shelter's done. It took way longer than it should have. Yeah, it's kind of a foregone conclusion that I really do not like Courtney. I mean, I don't know what her deal is. Maybe it's that time of the month, but I mean, yeah, I messed up, but we all got it done in the end, so I don't see why she's complaining. Listen, I'm sorry I lost my temper, but I simply can't stand Jasmine. I mean, I guess fair. I mean, I don't think you handled that situation that maturely, though. Maybe, maybe not, but, I mean, I kinda had to lose it at her because she was ticking me off. Well, still, are you worried about her going after you? Of course I am, but I don't really care. I mean, as long as you two are down to vote her off, I mean, I don't see any problem with worrying. Courtney wants to form a little, alliance with me and Fran to take out Jasmine, which I understand why. I mean, Jasmine's not really the brightest, and she's not really that great for our team. But on the other hand, I don't think Courtney was very mature in handling that situation with her at all. So I'm pretty sure I'm more inclined to say that I'm in an alliance with Fran more so than with Courtney. And it's more or less me and Fran choosing who we're gonna side with if we end up losing. So, what do you think of the whole ordeal with Courtney and Jasmine? It's just annoying, honestly. I mean, I get why Courtney's frustrated with Jasmine, but she's just so immature, and she just did not handle that situation well at all. It just makes her look bad. Yeah, I agree. I feel like we can be good allies, for now at least, and if we lose, we just decide between the two who we side with. Yeah, I guess. I like Sophie. She unironically is more mature than either Courtney or Jasmine, who are older than her, but yet she's way more mature than them. And on top of that, I feel like I'm more inclined to work with her than anybody else on this team because, I mean, I just feel like I gel well with her more. So, I'm feeling rather good about my spot, and it's more or less, you know, a pick and choose kind of situation for me if we do end up losing. Alright, ladies, let's get introductions done, and we can get started. Alright, I'm Marcy, and I'm a teacher. Alright, nice to meet you, Marcy. I'm Linda, and I'm an art director. I'm Ursula, and I'm a fashion designer. And I'm Sandra, and I'm a police officer. Alright, let's get started. At 55, I am the oldest representative on this tribe, but I feel like I have a lot of experience, and on top of that, being a police officer, I feel like I might be the strongest one on this team. So it just kind of made sense for me to take charge as the leader. Alright, nice work, Linda. Alright, ladies, let's get this roof on. We don't want to overwork ourselves. Alright, it's in place. Alright, well done, ladies. Our tribe decided to do the smart thing and just, you know, conserve our energy. We need to build, you know, not that big of a shelter because I'm just hoping that Survivor isn't, you know, gonna force us to be on just 4 tribes of 4. Because that would be sad and hard for me to win this because I think I might be the weakest one on this older women tribe. Hey, ladies. Yeah? What is it, Linda? I actually know a quick way for us to get some food. Really? Yeah, we just need to build a little thing real quick. I'm an art director, yes, but I actually spent time in the jungle with my husband for about 2 weeks. And he taught me a lot about catching fish and a lot of other, you know, creatures like crustaceans and all this. So, all we gotta do is create a little box trap to, you know, catch them. We toss it into, like, the water if we're catching fish. We'll, like, try and trap the little creatures, and that's an easy way for us to catch food. It may not make sense to you right now, but once you see it in action, you'll see what I mean. Like this, Linda? Yes, exactly like that. Now let's head out, ladies. There we go, ladies. We got ourselves a lobster, so let's be very careful. And that, ladies, is how it's done. Wow, nice work. Yeah, great job. I was rather surprised of Linda's, you know, work ethic. You know, helping us well with the shelter and catching us lobster. I mean, it's awesome having her on our tribe. I mean, Linda is great, obviously, you know. We need someone catching ourselves food, and, you know, having her on our tribe right now is very useful. But I do know she's going to be a threat moving forward because she just seems so good at what she's doing, and she told us that, you know, she actually spends time out in the jungle and does pretty well at what she's doing. So she's definitely not someone who I want to go up against moving forward. Alright guys, I think we need to start with the shelter before we get to know each other. Okay then, I guess. The younger guys kind of wanted to build the shelter before knowing each other. Personally, I'd much rather know these guys before for getting the shelter done, but I guess I'll be able to know these guys during the shelter building process or after. Either way, I'm gonna be able to know these guys. And there we go. All done. Well, with the shelter done, should we get to know each other now? Makes sense. Alright, well, if you want to know, I'm Memphis, and I'm a firefighter. Alright, I'm Matt, and I'm an oil worker. I'm Daniel, and I'm an author. And I'm John, and I'm a coastal guard. Alright, cool. Guys, look up there. There's a coconut in the tree. Okay. I'm gonna try and knock it down. Guys, I actually got an idea what we can do with this coconut. Oh yeah, what's that? Let's play football with it. Wait, what? With a coconut? How's that gonna work? Well, we can make it work. So Memphis, you're the one with the hard hat on. Go long. Alright. Huh! Got it. Nice. It's strange that we're playing football with a coconut, but I guess this is a great way of bonding with, these guys. And I mean, we got the shelter done, so we should just have some time to just, goof around. The guys are just goofing off right now, and it's kind of weird and strange, but hey, I'll take the opportunity to get out of there while I can, because, I want to go out there and look for the idol, because the idol is the most important thing in Survivor, and I need to get my hands on it. Does Daniel seriously think I'm stupid? He's taking the opportunity of, Memphis and John throwing the coconut around like a football to go out and look for the idol. And of course, I'm not going to let him have it. Yo, guys. Oh, Matt, he's throwing me. What's up? I got something to tell y'all. Alright, John, come over here. Oh, alright, what's up? Well, here's the thing. Daniel's obviously acting very sketchy to me. In what way? Well, we went out looking for the idol, and I can't help but think that he's trying to find it. Well, I mean, obviously it's Survivor. People are going to look for idols. Yeah, but obviously we got to stay clear of him, because if we lose, then, well, he's got to be on the chopping block. And if he has the idol, then he can easily take one of us out. I guess, but, I mean, I don't think we'll lose. We seem very physical fit, so I don't see any reason to worry. I see where Matt's coming from, but to me, I think he's being a little too paranoid right now, and I don't think he needs to, because I think we'll be okay. So I looked all over the jungle, and I still have not found this idol. It makes me wonder if there even is one this season. I don't know. I better head back, because if I keep searching, then the guys are gonna get sketchy at me. Dang, laying on the jungle ground is harder than it seems. I mean, if you haven't been in the jungle, you'll obviously not understand, because this is hurting my back, so I just hope this shelter is technically temporary. Well, fellas, I hope we end up winning the upcoming challenge. Yeah, I hope so too, man. Yeah, it would be great to get something out of it. I mean, we'll probably just get immunity out of it, but I don't know. I wish we could get, like, some kind of reward. Everyone on Survivor makes their whole ordeal with laying in the jungle kind of, easy. But with us, we can't. I mean, yeah. The shelter should be, only good for us for a little bit. But obviously, if nothing happens, then we're gonna have to improve upon it. It's just so quiet at camp. It's obviously nighttime and we're all going to sleep, but it's just so quiet and boring. Girls, I'm just getting bored. I mean, can any of you say something to keep my mind off the boredom? I mean, I got nothing. I mean, I'm kind of wondering how the heck I'm going to be able to masturbate when I'm, in the jungle.
How you're gonna what?
Oh,
I'm sorry, what was that?
Girl? Who asks that? Jasmine, I'm not even being funny anymore. Who the hell says that? Well, I mean, it's just a thought. I mean, haven't you ever thought that? No! I mean, Courtney did tell me that she wanted to, have someone keep her from being bored. And that led to some interesting interaction, if it were arguably still pretty awkward, but at least it was something. No one's coming into this shelter with that mouth. Well, I mean, I might not be able to help it.
Oh
Ew,
God,
girl, what
girl,
the
stop.
hell?
Go to bed.
Stop. If this airs, I am so sorry, viewers, that you had to hear that. Well done, Linda. With that same strategy, we caught a fish. Yeah, and I'm betting we're enjoying this bit of luxury. I mean, I don't think the other tribes have gotten this amount of luck. I can't be the only one who sees the threat in Linda. She's gotten us a fish. She got us a lobster. She got us fire. I mean, she just reads like a massive threat moving forward. Hopefully we're all ready for the challenge. Yeah, I think I might. Yeah, we just gotta make sure we end up beating the other teams and we won't have to, blow anyone off and we can enjoy this luxury for a bit longer. I think I'm in a pretty good spot. I mean, I got my team fish, I got my team a lobster, and I got my team fire. So, I feel like I'm in a really good spot right now, so I'm honestly probably the most safe out of anyone on this tribe. Are all you guys ready for this? Yeah. I mean, the challenge is gonna happen soon, so you better be ready. On paper, we seem to have the strongest tribe, but will we be able to deliver? That's the question. Man, that night felt like nothing. Yeah, went by pretty quick. Should we all get ready for the challenge? I guess. Me and the rest of the guys agreed that we need to get ready for the challenge. So, Memphis is doing push-ups, I'm doing sit-ups, John is doing a plank, and Daniel is doing mountain climbers. We just gotta hope we don't exert too much energy or else we're not gonna have any for the challenge. Welcome to your first immunity challenge of the season. For your challenge, each of you will be carrying a puzzle piece, one by one, across to your platform. Once you have reached the platform, the next person can carry the next piece. Once all pieces have been collected, you will assemble it into the puzzle, which looks something like this. The first 3 tribes to finish the puzzle wins immunity and will be safe from the vote. The losing team will be going to tribal council and voting the first person off the island. Seems simple, so without further ado, let's not waste any more time, because this challenge starts now. This challenge is underway, and already all 4 tribes picking up different pieces of different sizes. Right now, Memphis is in the lead. Sandra's a little bit behind him despite carrying the heaviest piece, and Fran and John are at neck-and-neck paces. Memphis is almost across, Sandra's almost there as well, and Fran has actually took the lead over John, meaning the older men are behind. Memphis is back, the next person on the younger men can go. Sandra's back, the next person on the older women can go. Daniel moving quickly for the younger men. And Fran and John are still not at the platforms. Daniel's moving quickly. Ursula is now starting. And Fran and John get back, the next members on the younger women and older men can go respectively. Daniel is almost at the platform. Ursula is moving really slow. Meanwhile, Courtney and Gerald get the heaviest pieces for their teams respectively. Daniel is across, the next younger man can go. Meanwhile, the other 3 are neck and neck as Courtney and Gerald catch up to Ursula. Ooh, Ursula trips, giving Courtney and Gerald a chance to catch up and take the lead ahead of her. Gerald really struggling with that one arm, but he does take the lead over Courtney. Meanwhile, Ursula is still on the ground. John H. now running. Gerald brings the heaviest piece back. The next person on the older men can go. Courtney's almost across. Ursula really struggling. John H. moving quickly. Courtney finishes. The next person on the younger women can go. Meanwhile, Carl moving for the older men. Meanwhile, Ursula's almost back for the older women, and John H. is almost about to make it for the younger men. Carl's moving quickly. Looks like Jasmine's going for the younger women, and it looks like Ursula and John H. make it back at the same time. The next person on the older women can go, and Matt can now go for the younger men. Carl is almost back for the older men. Looks like Jasmine's kind of behind him, but not too far behind. Matt's just starting, and Marcy not wasting any time, just grabs the piece and dashes with it. Carl brings back his piece, meaning George is the last one to bring the piece for the older men. Jasmine's almost back, and it looks like Marcy really has started to make up some ground. Matt looks like he's struggling with the heavy piece for the younger men. Jasmine makes it. Sophie's the last one to go for the younger women. Marcy's almost back. Meanwhile, George getting the last piece for the older men, and Matt's still struggling. Matt's still having issues. George actually starting to catch up to him. Sophie's starting, and it looks like Marcy's done, and it looks like Linda's wasting no time getting the last piece for the older women. All the final puzzle piece getters are moving quickly, and it looks like they're all neck and neck. Matt brings back the last puzzle piece for the younger men. That means they can start the puzzle. George is finished, meaning the older men can start building the puzzle. Sophie is done. The younger women can start on the puzzle. Looks like Daniel and Matt are working on the puzzle for the younger men. Gerald getting the base piece down for the older men, and it looks like Carl's assembling pieces ahead of time. Looks like Courtney is assembling pieces ahead of time for the younger women as well. Linda brings the last piece for the older women back. That means they can start on the puzzle. The younger men are almost done with their puzzle. Looks like Linda getting the base piece down for the older women, but it looks like that she is a bit behind in terms of puzzle making. She needs to pick up the pace. Looks like the younger women and the older men are almost done with the puzzle. Same with the younger men. Wait, Ursula, did you just put those two pieces together? Yes. They're not supposed to be that way. It's the other way around. Ursula taking those pieces apart as she accidentally combined the wrong pieces in the wrong order. But she better move or else they're not going to have enough time. The other tribes are moving quickly getting their puzzles done. Ah, Jeff, done. And looks like Courtney's done with the puzzle. And it's correct, meaning Bartika wins first immunity. But we have 2 spots left for anyone else who wants it. Jeff, done. Alright, let me have a look. That is correct, meaning Ituni wins second place immunity. We're looking for one more try. Quickly, Ursula. Jeff. Carl finishes the puzzle, and it's correct, meaning Isano wins third place immunity and is safe from the vote, sending Parika to Tribal Council. Once again, congratulations to Isano, Bartika, and Ituni. No one going home from your tribes tonight. You guys are safe from Tribal Council. You can grab your stuff and head out. Unfortunately for Youth 4, the older women of the Parika tribe, one of you will be the first person voted out of this game. Grab your stuff and head out. I'll see you tonight for Tribal. Despite the odds, we won first place immunity, which completely exceeded my expectations. But once I got the puzzle done, I knew we had this in the bag. We won immunity, and that's great, but Matt kind of slowed us down in that challenge because he took a lot longer to get his piece across. I know he had a heavier piece, but he told us he was prepared to pick up the heavy piece. Third place immunity is better than no immunity, at least. At least we're not losing anyone, and at least today we proved that we aren't as weak as people may think. Man, this just sucks. Yeah, I thought we had the advantage because of how much we have accomplished, but I'm really irritated about the loss. because we had so much promise, but Ursula completely screwed up everything. She slowed us down in that challenge. She put pieces together that didn't belong together. I feel like it's just kind of obvious that we just need to send her out first. Alright, you two, I kind of speak for all three of us to say that Ursula is the weakest. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Yeah, I agree. And I feel as such we should vote her off tonight because, I mean, it just makes sense that she has to go. I guess. Sure. So, Linda came up with the plan to vote off Ursula, which I understand. Ursula did really bad in today's challenge, but I feel like for tonight's vote, there's a lot more that meets the eye than we think. I'm ashamed of myself. I put myself on the bottom straight away by doing horrible in today's challenge, and now I'm pretty much picking up votes because I'm pretty sure they're gonna vote me off for being the weakest. How you doing, Ursula? Not really that great, if I'm being honest, so... I mean, I guess I enjoyed my time with you girls while it lasted. I mean, don't count yourself out just yet. Why should I not? I mean, I put myself out there as the weakest person. Like, how can I not be done? Well, because I've been thinking about something. I know it is established that there is such a thing as making a big move too early, but at the same time, we're on a tribe of 4 against 3 other tribes. So I feel like that won't last for a while. I feel like it will only last for the first vote. So for this first vote, we need to make something big happen. In my opinion, I feel like I would much rather want to keep you here. Really? Yeah, I mean, you seem nice, and I'm not against working with you. Well, I mean, thanks for the reassurance. So, what are you thinking tonight? In all honesty, I think I want to take out Linda. What? Linda? Yeah, because Linda kind of proves herself to be a powerful player. In what way? Well, she's good at camp, and she also seems very physical. Don't we need someone like that on our tribe? That's the thing. I don't think we'll be on this tribe for that long, and I feel like taking, someone like Linda far is not a smart idea at all. And it's not a bad idea taking someone like Sandra far. I mean, yeah, she's a police officer, but I mean, she's not the most aggressive. I feel like she's not the most dangerous. I feel like Linda is. She put herself out there more as a threat than Sandra has. I mean, I guess. So, we'll wait till Sandra comes by and we'll pull over to get this idea going. I'm surprised Marcy wants to work with me, and I'm even more surprised she wants to take out Linda. I mean, Linda has provided us so much. She made us a fire, she caught us food. I mean, I see no reason to just get rid of her. But Marcy wants to, and I'm kind of in a tight situation where if I don't vote the way someone else does, I'm probably going home. Oh, hey, Sandra. Oh, yeah? Can we talk? Sure. Alright, so, Sandra, how do you feel about taking out Linda? Linda? Why? Well, because here's the thing. Linda's a big threat. That's it? I mean, we need her. She's good for our tribe. She brings up tribe morale. Yeah, I get that, but here's the thing. We're on a tribe of 4 against 3 other tribes of 4, and I don't think that's gonna last for that long because I feel like a tribe disbandment is gonna happen more sooner than you think. I mean, I guess, but, I mean, I really like Linda. Yeah, and I do too, but I feel like it just makes more sense for us to get rid of Linda. I mean, I'm down with it because I have no real choice. Alright, so, Sandra, you down with it? I guess. I'm shocked and kinda angry at Marcy. She wants to take out Linda, but I really like Linda. She proved herself to be a very work ethic and hardworking person who, frankly, I think deserves to still be here. Whereas with Ursula, I mean, she really hasn't done a whole lot for our tribe, both at camp and at the challenge. So I just don't really want to get rid of Linda. But it seems like Marcy wants to, and Ursula wants to, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. Girls, I caught another fish. Hey, good on you, Linda. Yeah, great job. You seriously want to eliminate her over Ursula? I mean, I want to make a big move right off the bat. I mean, we have to. I mean, I don't want to get rid of her. I know you don't, but, I mean, it's either that or we're going to a tie, and you want to go to a tie at the first vote for no reason? No, but I'm asking, why do we have to vote her off first? I already told you, she's a big threat, and she already poses as too much a competition later on. We have to make this move. Ursula, can I be honest with you? Yeah? Listen, a few moments ago, I did want you out. Okay, at least you're being honest. What are you trying to get at? Well, I think we are in the swing vote positions. Really? How so? Well, because we can take out Linda, but we can also really eliminate Marcy as well. Wait, you are thinking about eliminating Marcy too? Yeah, I mean, she's a big threat. I mean, she wants to make this big move happen. She wants to get rid of big threats when I feel like the big threat is right in front of our eyes. I mean, I agree with that. I mean, Marcy's kind of making this big plan, but at the same time, Linda is also a threat too. So, we have decisions. Yes, a lot of decisions, so what are you thinking? I mean, I really kind of want to get rid of Marcy, honestly, because Marcy, she's just this big threat. I mean, she wants to make a big move right off the bat, so why not we make her big move blow up in her face? I mean, I guess, but, I mean, I think that Linda might be a threat moving forward more so than Marcy. How so? Sure, Marcy's kind of smart, but Linda seems smart and also physical. I feel like she has more to give than Marcy, that also in turn makes her a bigger threat. I went from a bad spot to essentially a swing vote position. I can go with Marcy and Sandra, and we can eliminate Linda, but me and Sandra can also possibly go with each other and cause a 2-1-1 split and send Marcy out and screw up her whole plan right then and there. But here's the thing, I don't really know if I want to do that because Linda is gung-ho on eliminating me and Marcy isn't. But at the same time, there's also a reason to get rid of Marcy too. It seems I am the most safe right now at tonight's vote. I'm not hearing my name. I heard everyone else's though. So I can either go with Linda and just eliminate Ursula. I can go with Marcy and Ursula to get rid of Linda. Or I could pull, Ursula aside and, tell her to vote for Marcy and I eliminate Marcy as well. I mean, I have a lot of options tonight, more so than I thought, but what do I want best for my game? That's the question. Because I'm still pondering, because I see the appeal to get rid of Linda. I mean, she's not a player who I want to be against moving forward, but I don't want to be against Marcy either. But at the same time, Ursula is the weakest one of the three. And does she really deserve to be here? All these questions are about to be answered tonight. Welcome, older women, to your first tribal council of the season. So, Sandra, you girls have been out here for 3 days, and how have they been? Well, to be honest, Jeff, they were for the most part really good, but when we lost the challenge, all that goodness just kind of slipped away, It just kind of sucked. So, Ursula, you costed your team the challenge today. How are you feeling tonight? Very worried, Jeff. I could easily be going home tonight, and I wouldn't be surprised if I end up going home. So, what do you think about the tribe dynamics so far? The question goes to, Linda. Well, by the looks of it, we do have a strong tribe. We do have the potential to win a whole lot of challenges. We just need to get rid of the dead weight. Marcy, do you agree with that philosophy? In my opinion, yes, but we'll see how it translates with tonight's vote. Alright, with that said, it's time to vote. Sandra, you'll start us off. Linda, it's nothing personal, but I'm just here to play the game. Sorry. Sorry, somebody has to go, and you're the weakest. Plain and simple. I'll go tally the votes. Alright, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now be the time to do so. No? Alright, once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Ursula. Linda. That's 1 vote Ursula, 1 vote Linda. Linda. That's 2 votes Linda, 1 vote Ursula, 1 vote left. First person voted off for Survivor Guyana, Linda. Linda, that's 3 votes, that's enough for tonight. You need to bring me your torch. Linda, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Well, right now, you 3 are already 3 days into what is a tough 39-day experience. You got a lot of game left to play. Keep fighting. Anyways, got nothing else for you girls. Grab your stuff and head back to camp. Good night. I think the girls made an absolute mistake. I don't understand why. Tonight, I just feel like I just got taken for granted this entire time. But you know what? I'm not going to change that about me, because that's just who I am. It was a fun game. I have no regrets. I was just with the wrong girl.